Hello everyone, I am the Mr. Credit Course, everyone, and welcome everybody to YouTube Busters, episode 2, the entirety of the Gacha Life community, everyone. Yeah, guys, we're going from one woman who is an animal rights activist who does not do her job correctly, to the entirety of the Gacha Life community, who is filled with 14-year-olds and 40-year-old men. 40-year-old men, everyone. Yeah, I said that, everyone. Trust me, everyone. There are people in that community. It's just like all communities, except this one. This gets a lot of attention, and I just want to see what's the intention of all about. So I found someone who put off the entire timeline from its beginning all the way to late 2020. So that should be a good enough estimate. Let's just go and watch her video. And also, by the way, everyone, don't hate on this YouTuber. In this video, it's supposed to be talking about most of the community, everyone. Not all of the community, everyone. There are YouTubers I personally do enjoy on the Gacha Life community. So, and that's particularly the the younger audience. Because the younger audience knows exactly what to do, and there's like a small portion of them who I actually really hope they continue doing well on YouTube. So, shouts out for them. Mainly Shadow Glitch. She is the main one. She's the one who does the best. Let's get into the entire timeline and why I hate Gacha Life. Not the community, not the entire community, but Gacha Life as a whole.
The entire Gacha community. Starting first in 2015, it's grown a lot. For the worse and the better. So, here's an entire timeline of the Gacha community. Remember that this video was made from the perspective of someone that has been in the community, well, sort of in the community, since about 2017. I've witnessed firsthand a lot of the events that have happened. Also, you might have noticed that my channel is a bit bigger than a week ago. I don't want to get into specifics, but...
Also, everyone, she hit 100K, like, probably somewhere soon. That means that somewhere during 2021 to 2022, she gained a humongous population of fans. Good on her. You should thank the Lord that she is doing something. Thank the Lord that one of the better Gacha Life YouTubers are getting more views. So, please, also again, everyone, just don't hate on her. I'm going to have to say that at least 3 more times in this video because people just like skipping over this. Let's continue, everyone.
Basically, I may or may not have made a community post that blew up. Thank you so much to everyone for sharing it. Honestly, I'm just really glad that my post has impacted people. Going into this channel and making this type of content, my main goal is that I wanted to make an impact. I wanted to help this community get better and have a platform where people can discuss all their opinions in a lighthearted way. And so, I feel like
so she's trying to help out the community. That's really nice of her.
Thank you so much for all the support recently. And so, without further ado, let's get into the entire timeline of the Gacha community. Starting first in 2015, Looney, otherwise known as Lucas Lee, founded Lumine. I'm actually not sure if it's pronounced Lumine, so don't take that as fact. Lumine would soon turn to be a group of artists making up to 11 games in total. 2015. Right after Looney founded Lumine, he would soon create the first gacha game in the same year, 2015. This was called Anime Gacha. Although most of us know Gacha as Gacha Life or Gacha Club, this is actually not the case. The word Gacha is a system where you can roll for characters and items. The chance of getting certain characters and items is completely random, and this is exactly what Anime Gacha was. It was just a gacha simulator where you could roll for random anime characters. There were a total of 230 anime characters, and you could use those anime characters to go
the best
battles.
Characters.
As probably expected, since this was...
Everyone, I'll explain why I don't like anime later. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just anti-anime, everyone. I just hate it for no good reason. I may or may not watch an anime show just to prove my statement correct. I dislike anime. I don't know, guys. Maybe I just need to watch one good anime that really just gives me like that really just wants me to continue watching anime. Oh, everyone. In my opinion, everyone, anime is the most overrated and underrated thing. Why am I getting off topic? Let's continue to Gacha life.
Lumina's first game, Anime Gacha didn't do very well popularity-wise.
Yeah.
2016. Although it was a very good start, Lumine would go on to create his next game in 2016. This was called Gacha World, and it got a lot more traction. Instead of a random gacha pulling system, this game was instead a story game. The main plot was to save the world from corruption, and they can do this through the system of gacha by rolling for characters and using them to battle monsters. As you can see, this was definitely an upgrade from the last game that Luname made.
Yeah, it was a definite upgrade.
Luname started to legitimately
And then it's gonna get
fan base
worse
to have it become what we know gacha is today. January 2017. The next year, in 2017, Luname made a random meme-like game called Gacha Nico. This was basically just anime gacha, you know, the first game that Luname made, but for cats. You'll notice later on that Luname has a long history of creating a lot of irrelevant and meme games. May 10th, 2017. However, after this random
Come on,
game,
where's the Gacha
Luname
life?
created
I came
the
here for
game that
Gacha life.
started all, Gacha Studio, in the same year of 2017. This game is considered one of the 3 biggest games in Luname, and this game is really what started to build the whole community. Gacha Studio was the first game that could allow a dress-up feature, although it's very limited compared to what we have today. Gacha Studio definitely had a much more anime style than Chibi style, like what we have now. It had very limited clothes, hair, and much more. You could barely even change the colors. Alongside this, you could also train and make pets. This was much less used than dress-up mode though. Although Gacha Studio wouldn't be widely used until later on in 2018, it definitely paved the way for the rest of the main Gacha games.
Okay, finally, let's get to Gacha the life. Come on.
The third game in the span of 2017. This was called Gacha Resort. I personally found this one very interesting and kind of underrated, honestly, since I found the story of Gacha Resort to be very interesting. However, though, it seemed a bit much. The whole game is very fan servicey, and although I haven't actually played this game, that was kind of to me.
Okay, everyone. I also want to talk about fan service, everyone. Do not do it unless you want to do it. Trust me, it has happened more than once with a video game franchise. That's happened to. Specifically, Sonic the Hedgehog. They've been in that for who knows how long. And hopefully, they've learned that they should stop and make good games now. Please, Sonic. Please. I'm gonna play Seniority Guy the Haggy Hog. I can't believe I said that because I made a stupid thing. Every single time I have to say Sonic the Haggy Hog.
It's kind of a beach theme. All the characters
I have to say his name differently.
They quickly have to save the world from
I hate
corruption. This story game includes a gacha system too, though. November 2017. And not only that, but Luname made the 4th game in 2017. This was called Pocket Chibi. It's a much less known anime dress-up app, exactly like Gacha Studio. However, it was just Chibi. It had much less of an anime-style proportions than Gacha Studio did. Early 2018. Now, moving on to the first big event in our community specifically.
Finally, we can get to Gacha life!
Many videos called The Hated Child began rising.
Oh yeah, The Hated Child.
The first trend in the entire community. Thousands of people were making videos called The Hated Child Becomes a Hybrid Princess, or things like that. Nowadays, these kinds of stories have turned into more of a joke within our community, though. However, it was a big thing that actually a lot of people...
Yeah, everyone. See, that's the very first problem with Gacha Life. That is the hated child. That's the hated child part entirely. Most of them are bad. I'm not saying that all are bad. I have seen some good ones. But most of the good ones are parodies, and that's scary. Where most of the good hated child ones are literally supposed to be cringeworthy. These deserve to be on my channel. Specifically, like not cringy in the way where it's funny and sometimes and only like slightly cringy. No, we're talking like pure cringe itself. Mr. Cringe, of course, is not cringe, of course. The only reason why the of course is there is actually to separate me from other Mr. Cringes. Because I am the rebirth of the original Mr. Cringe, whoever the hell that is. I don't know, I can't tell anymore.
Did and created. It was a big gateway into making creative works using Gacha, and even though these mini-movies weren't that creative, it basically created the idea of storytelling using Gacha Studio and more.
Oh
the
yeah,
Hated Child
oh yep.
phase lasted about for 2 years, and many Hated Child movies are still being made right this second actually. I guess this trend will never go away, despite how popular it seems. The premise of a Hated Child video was like this. A mom and dad would have twins, one twin is a brat, the other twin is really nice. The mom doesn't like the nice twin, and the dad does like the nice twin. The nice twin gets abused all her life by her mom and sister, and somewhere along the way, the dad heads out of the story or something. Eventually though,
he just dies.
Becomes a princess. The end. Yeah, it's kind of dark thinking about it, and honestly, this probably
because every single one has a dead dad.
Nonetheless, though, these types of mini-movies
honestly, I think that's for the better for the community, because let's be honest, grown Gacha life men tend to be the first ones who, those. Yeah, it's all of those.
Gacha alpha videos. January 25th, 2018. Now, around the same time, it was January 25th, 2018. This is a day that a YouTuber who used to go by Emily Kitty, but now goes by BU Bagels, uploaded episode 1 of their series School Surprise. For the size of the community, the video went viral. It made Emily Kitty one of the fastest growing and biggest GachaTubers of the time. This eventually spiraled into a bunch more episodes of the series, and it was extremely loved at the time. It was definitely one of the biggest series. April 1st, 2018. After this, though, on April 1st, Luname released a game called Meme Gacha. And yes, the date that they released it was intentional. It's called Meme Gacha for a reason. It was basically just to create memes inspired off of Luname. This is probably the most well-known spin-off app, mostly because it was glaringly obvious that it was created for memes, and it was also published on April 1st. May 2018. However, shortly after that, Luname made another game. In May of 2018, they published Gacha Memories. This is another story game, similar to Gacha Resort. You know, the fan service game. It's a romantic visual novel where the player can hang out and become close with many different characters. However, like most of these types of games, it didn't.
I don't think he's gonna stop when he wants to stop, and I don't think many people want to know when he's trying to stop.
June 26, 2018. So, moving on from that, one of the biggest...
It's been like a third of the video, and Gacha Life has never been mentioned once in the timeline. I came here to talk about the Gacha Life community. I'm not even able to go into the actual reasons why I hate the Gacha Life community for the most part.
Of 2018 would start and end the same year. The YouTuber named CuteSpud uploaded a video called That One Mute Girl Episode 1. This went viral, leading to CuteSpud becoming the biggest Gacha YouTuber at the time. Their subscriber count raised and kept on going until a certain point. However, while CuteSpud was having fun with all of that, another one of the biggest events of 2018 would start. June 19th, 2018. As of June of 2018, Gacha League or Gachaverse was available to play. Gacha League had been in development for a while, and it was basically a prototype of Gachaverse. Gacha League was much more devoted to the lore and story side, along with the battle units. However, Luname abandoned this idea and went along with Gachaverse. Gachaverse was an intense step up from Gacha Studio, seeing as it had much more customizable options. There's a much larger range of colors, a much larger
that's
style,
where
hair, clothes, and literally
exactly how Gacha Life began, everyone.
Also completely changes from Gacha
now, please
Studio as well.
tell me
Gacha Studio
that this inspired them to make Gacha Life. Please, I want to go and actually talking to to why I actually
Gachaverse
wanted to
ended
take
up
this.
getting a lot of attention, and it really made a lot of benefits for expanding the community.
Hey, look.
Members of the community
That actually
started
looks
quickly
really similar.
switching to Gachaverse. This spiked a lot more videos centering around Gacha as well, which was really beneficial for growing the community. A lot more people were making stories, music videos, and much more. The abbreviation GVMV, standing for Gachaverse Music Video, and GVMM, standing for Gachaverse Mini Movie, and much more were starting to become a big thing.
Oh yeah, everyone, the Gacha Life mini movies. How do I say them in a way that will not anger the community? Okay. They're boring. If I say anything else, then the Gacha Life community will tear me apart limb from limb with Nation, and they will feed me to the dark side of that community. That is, you know, the community, part of a community that is not already trying to kill itself for the weird stuff. We refer to anything disturbing on this channel as the weird stuff. Unless you're talking about a certain sword, then you're out of luck. Go watch the Epithet of Race series if you want to know what that just meant. It should not be that far away. If you're watching this video, it should not be very far away. As soon as you see this video, it should be like the next video. It should be like the next couple of videos down.
August 27th, 2018. And from this date, the mini movie called I Hate You by Daily Potato went viral.
Daily
This caused their
Potato
channel to blow up, and they're very well known for a lot of their viral videos. Some examples of their really big videos are Things I Hate in Gacha videos, the mini movie of I Hate You, the sequel to I Hate You, and Having a Twin, the mini movie. September 18th, 2018. And while all this stuff was happening, something pretty unexpected happens, which would soon end CuteSpud's time on YouTube. CuteSpud uploaded the last video that they would ever upload as of today. On September 18th, 2018, CuteSpud uploaded their Cotton Candy Skies animation meme. And after months of not posting and completely disappearing off of the internet, the whole community kind of freaked out. Like, a lot. Many Gacha tubers, some even as big as literally Johan, talked about the situation. No one really knew where they went. However, it was later revealed that CuteSpud just lost motivation and stopped. The interesting thing about this is that
the true way of most Gacha Life YouTubers quit is not that the community tells them to stop making videos. Is that they just lose motivation to do anything. This channel is also in a sort of way like that. Like, sometimes I don't want to post daily, but I know if I don't post daily, Nation, my viewership is going to be much, much lower if I do. And really that's why this video was made. This video was specifically not supposed to be made, but this video was forced to be made because I want to have something like in between the Epithet of Race videos. That's really the real reason why this video was made. Also, I wanted to talk crap about the Gacha Life community. No. Now, if they don't talk about this, I'm just gonna go on a big rant at the end.
there have been many big Gacha tubers in the community that have just stopped posting randomly. However, CuteSpud was the only one that got any attention from stopping their posts. There's no real reason for this. However, I think it's just that they were the #1 Gacha tuber at the time. October 20th, 2018, the day that Gacha Life released. This was definitely
everyone, we can talk about Gacha Life. It fucking sucks!
And this was definitely the game that gave Gacha and the community the most attraction. For the better and the worse down the road. Gacha Life was also
everyone. Gacha Life really was the peak and the downfall of the community. And that's obvious. Nothing else.
Diverse, which had a lot more customizable options. The game also had a very different feel to it. Like what happened with Gacha Studio updating to Gachaverse, almost everyone in the community switched from Gachaverse to Gacha Life. It had
I do see why.
Gachaverse, but just updated and improved upon. So far, things seem to be going pretty well. Despite the weird obsession with hated children and overall having an interesting
outside of the communities like really love for children that get abused. get
The
abused in
community
their
was
own
full
little
of
world
kids
in
having
Gacha
fun
life.
making weird
Yeah.
Gacha content, and
Yeah, everything
even if
seems
a lot of
fine.
many movies and content were
That sentence does
unoriginal
not
and
sound
very
incredibly
inspired,
weirdly
at
creepy
the end
at
of
all.
the day, people were just having fun. It wasn't that bad. December 5th, 2018.
Oh yeah, here comes the bad stuff.
This is probably just going to be a quick timeline event to keep things lighthearted before probably the lowest part of this video. And that is on December 5th, 2018, It's Crystal Snow uploaded a boys versus girls singing battle. This ended up getting 15 million views. It mainly caused an uproar of the boys versus girls singing battle trend. This is something
that was a trend that is still going on.
It's really easy to compare this situation to the hated child situation. It's basically a trend that never dies, even if it's not a trend anymore. These videos will always exist. It's basically a trend
That means that they're
never
legends,
dies.
and you know what that
although
means.
pretty
Legends
cringy at the
never
time,
die. I'm a part of you. I don't know. Everyone. Well, then one of my friends actually said that song and told me to sing it on one of my videos. So finally, I can go and say, "Haha! I told you so. I was gonna do it." I had no idea what the hell it meant, but something tells me that it won't take me off YouTube, right? Okay, let's get into the video.
They're still sometimes fun to watch. This is the premise. There are about 3 to 5 girls and 3 to 5 boys. Somehow they all want to do a singing battle, and so that ended up in all of them singing in turns. Usually the last boy that goes is super good at singing, and the last girl that goes is usually super godly at singing too. Spoiler, there's usually a lot of crying somehow. But anyways, overall, It's just lighthearted fun. April 5th, 2019.
And honestly, everyone, the singing, like the rap, like the singing battle, everyone, probably the only real part of Gacha Life. I'm pretty sure it is has the least on them. That's probably a good thing, because knowing how bad Gacha Life is, that could be the only way that people make currency anymore, like actual views. I'm not talking like a couple tens of thousands. No, I'm talking about actually getting their first mill. I'm pretty sure that will be the only way that's possible at that point.
I think this probably marks the beginning of the downfall in the Gacha community.
Yeah, this is the downfall. This is the purest downfall.
A YouTuber named Peike Russell posted a video called "The Disturbing Truth About the Gacha Community." Now, I have a lot of opinions on Peike Russell, none of which are really good, but that's not for this video. I'll link another video in the description if you actually want to know who this guy is. This video goes into detail about a not very known portion of the community at the time, which is basically the dark side of the Gacha community.
Yeah, now it's something that literally everyone knows.
Interesting content. It's talking about how this content made.
So, everyone blame him. If you're a Gacha Life fan, blame him for the downfall. Blame the YouTuber that she just mentioned. Because really, without his help in taking and showing the dark side of Gacha Life, it would have never gotten noticed. It would have gotten very solo views eventually, but probably never even exist. So thank you. Thank you for ruining, and possibly even getting rid of one of my favorite Gacha Lifers for probably ever. Screw you.
By
really.
Kids features a lot of cringy sexual topics. I won't go into much detail.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go into much detail, but
yeah, I won't go into much detail either, but whoever makes those videos, you're disgusting. You're worse than Cosmodor. Because you not only think that that's a cool idea to post on YouTube, most of them do it with either children or related people. And oh god, and I actually wish that the FNAF Gacha Life community stayed far and was away from that. Unfortunately, no, that's not true. But hopefully we can sweep that under the rug. As the only time I've ever seen that on is with parodies. If it's parodies, then I guess it's secure. So yay! The only part of the Gacha Life community I actually care for you know, it won't be gone. At least we'll be at least we'll be alive for a lot longer. Probably. Maybe. Probably not.
To summarize, the stuff in the video is definitely very bad. The video ended up getting almost 800,000 views as of right now. This caused a lot of people to be influenced by this video and make their own videos on what we know now as Gacha Life Cringe. There's a whole subreddit for it, with a lot of members too. There are honestly countless videos on it, created by non-Gacha members and Gacha members themselves, about just Gacha Life Cringe. These videos are still made today. These types of videos don't plan on stopping anytime soon, and it's basically given this community the reputation of a literal cringe fest. If you said you like the Gacha app and
again, everyone, those videos are so cringe that if I ever saw one of them, I would ask God to start Armageddon. No, seriously, I actually want God to smite all these people who make Gacha Life cringe. And I'm not talking like people like from our side Gacha Life cringe. I'm talking about people that do that make that horrible stuff, pretty much like the PORN word. And then post it on YouTube. That's no better than the thing I just said, because I know YouTube will find out what I just said if I say it twice. Seriously, you people stop. And okay, I might as well just go into the actual problems with Gacha Life itself. Gacha Life isn't interesting anymore. Unless something blows up, then nothing is gonna happen. It's going to continue falling down in a downward spiral until eventually no one's on it. To eventually, it's pretty much the rant community where literally there's not a single YouTuber above like 100 subscribers plus, and you only get popular by just taking down another person. And now you're barely holding up your community. Trust me. That could happen, and that has already happened to the rant community. The rant community at this point is over. Hopefully that thing will die off, like really soon. Like something tells me like by the time 2022 arrives, they won't exist at all. Everyone will be questioning like, what the hell's the rant community? And I'll have to make an entire video based off of that. Let's move on, everyone.
Of the apps, really, someone not from the community would most likely make fun of you for it. Honestly, almost anyone in the community is really just viewed as a cringy person. These videos brought a lot of attention to the dark side of the community. And let me emphasize, it brought a lot of attention. The community was basically known for making this type of content. And honestly, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It makes you wonder, you're discussing an issue that needs to be talked about, but at the same time, you're also just bringing attention to that issue. And sometimes, you just want to ignore the issue so that they can go away. So that fact makes you wonder if it's worth talking about. If it's a situation where you're not bringing up any new points, and you're simply just giving attention to an issue that should be going away, is it really worth talking about? Now, I don't want to accuse anyone of making an unnecessary video by any means. It's just something interesting to think about, since when you're discussing problems, you most likely want to get rid of those problems. But by
honestly, as of so far, that I didn't say anything. I honestly perfectly agree with what on earth she's actually saying. You should actually do something about the problems. But I guess they're following the footsteps of YouTube themselves, right? You know the whole thing with Mamma Mia and pick a side. Something tells me YouTube is going to ignore that. And that will be YouTube's start of downfall. Everyone will realize that they don't care, and YouTube dies, and then we'll move on to something else. That's how. Honestly, I don't want that to happen. But it seems more likely, and Susan will probably be assassinated like a couple days after that. Like, no, seriously, everyone. I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious that Susan is not the best person to be running YouTube. But come on, Susan. Do something about YouTube. Do something good. You're worse than Valve. Valve has done nothing for has not made a major update for the past 4 years. You are literally worse than nothing. You lose, Susan, whatever the hell your last name is. Good day, sir. Okay, I have to get off my high horse. Oh God, I really need to get off my high horse.
Bringing attention to it, that could potentially create more people to encourage the problem. And I think that's exactly what happened. More and more people started creating this type of content, and of course, people covered that. I do want you all to gain your own opinions on that though. Personally, for me, I think it really depends on the situation. Sometimes things do need to be talked about, and by doing that, you'll also have to face the consequences of bringing attention to an issue that should be going away. But if the situation isn't talked about, it won't go away since no one is acknowledging that it exists. But
yeah, and those guys are doing nothing. They are doing nothing. YouTube is doing nothing. So they will continue to grow. The Gacha community at this point of time in the timeline is starting to become a cancer that no one, that literally everyone is trying to make it bigger in that nation. Now again, there are some people who don't intentionally want to do this, but it seems like there's only a few people who actually want this to stop. Other people who they just like talking about for the revenue and, actually being themselves and wanting to talk about a topic that they want to talk about. That's fine. It's better if they just, find a way to stop the Gacha life. Granted, I mean, if as soon as I get bigger and if this problem doesn't go away, I'm gonna put my entire channel's devotion to taking down this awful group. Wow, I just said a lot of things I'm probably gonna regret saying in the near future.
It can go overboard. That's just
no,
my
seriously.
opinion, though. So during all of this, Looney didn't do much. He actually did nothing for about half a year until a certain point. Late 2019. During this time period, the unoriginally factor really started to uprise in the community. Now, I'd be lying if I said that our community wasn't ever really that original, but this began to be really stale. The only videos that were actually making their way into the algorithm to get views were mini-movies and music videos of the exact same thing. I'm not kidding when I say that
yeah,
these
it's getting
mini-movies
stale.
even have the same titles.
Okay, now everyone at this point probably says that I hate Gacha Life. I don't mind anything unless it's physically hurting unless it's hurting other people. Not just physically, but also mentally and physically, emotionally in any type of way imaginable. Unless it's pity, then pure pity, then I don't really care. So how on earth does the Gacha Life community save itself? Well, you do something that my favorite Gacha tubers that does, which is Shao Glitch, and do something original. Take a spin on the original. Do something new. Do something fun. Make your channel more interesting and make it stand out from the crowd. The reason why she blew up in popularity is because she was able to make herself stand out. And the same way how other YouTubers have blew up, but not at the same rate as her. She'll probably not talk about her, but okay, yeah, there's still time to talk about her. Hopefully she'll say something about her possibly being the new hope for a new generation of Gacha tubers, because it really feels like that. Hopefully it is like that. It's something that the entire community really needs. A new hope. A new light. They're rats with hope. They will swim forever until it happens. No, seriously, look it up. They will swim for 60 hours just to know that they could be on land for 5 minutes straight. And they will do this for as long as you wish.
Some really common ones are My Boss is My Ex-Husband, Celebrity in Disguise, The Alpha Marked Me, and a lot more. Alpha videos were really common, and it ended up making the community really stale. No new content was coming out since so many channels felt like clones of each other, and this is definitely still a problem today. I actually made 2 videos on the issue myself. The unoriginality was also a big reason as to why the community was getting a lot of hate too. I mean, imagine first getting into the community only to see about 1 million videos on Mafia Alpha Gacha Boy. Probably wouldn't be a very good first impression. This type of content still goes on today though, and
so again, what do? You do something new. You try to improve your community. Because remember, everyone, one person in your community can make a difference for the entirety of it. Even if you're the smallest person in your community, if you're trying to help that community out, it could mean the difference between it staying like this for as long as that shall live, or becoming better and living much longer. Eventually, it will all come to an end, but it should not go down as fast as it should. In fact, the Gacha Life community should be one of the longer single game communities of all time. It should be, and we should. So please, Gacha Tubers, do something new. Like, that's the problem. You're not doing anything new, so you're not going to get anything outside of the guy right next to you, aka a Gacha Life YouTuber, number 258,000, and whatever other numbers you want to say. Any number in like the hundreds of thousands at this point.
Don't end up having a big effect on how people perceive this type of content, all thanks to one YouTube video later down the line. January 2020. Around January of 2020, Looney posted an update to Gacha Life. This is getting rid of all potentially sexual content in the entire game, which was somehow taken very poorly from the community. Honestly, the community was begging for almost half a year to have Looney stop this type of content. However, once he did, the entire community got mad.
Double standards.
The mainly got upset because Looney got rid of all content that could be
too bad.
sexual.
Luckily, that double standard. Okay. Also, everyone, about there. Good news, it stopped. Bad news is they figured out ways out of there. That's cool.
For that purpose, but also a lot of people did and still do, unfortunately. Eventually, though, the backlash died down. People kind of just dealt with the fact that they had some content that they liked taken away, and that was kind of the end of it. April 25th, 2020. Now, this is much more lighthearted than what I just discussed, and this is probably my favorite part of the timeline, just because I'm a voice actor myself. On April 25th, 2020, the YouTuber Rosie Closey uploads episode 1 of her voice-acted series, The Music Freaks. Now, I'm writing this down because I genuinely think...
Was that a Gacha Life tuber with over 1 million subscribers? Jesus Christ, she must be like #1 most popular. Guess what, everyone, outside of, because the most popular Gacha Life YouTuber I've ever seen was Shadow Glitch, and she's about like 3/4 of that beautiful landmark, which is 1 mil. Surprised that a Gacha Life YouTuber was able to do that. Good job. Hopefully you can help out the community with your power and stuff like that.
It was a very big moment for our community. It was an insane step up from the old content, and it definitely, as expected, went viral. It has 5 million videos on it right now, and that's just on the first episode. I'm not exaggerating when I say that there is legitimately a fandom and whole community just for this Gacha series. And personally, I find that really cool. One of the reasons why the Music Freaks got so much hype is mainly because it was voice acted. Now, there has been one voice acted mini-movie before, however, it didn't get nearly as much traction as this one. This series also began basically a wave of more voice acted series. Some really notable ones are Royal Fairy Academy by Same DNA, Celebrity High by Not Zoe, Spirit Animals also by Not Zoe, Idolize by Idolize, and much more. These series are honestly super impressive. It's definitely a step up in the community, and it's definitely a very much needed one too. June 4th, 2020. On this day, the popular and well-known YouTuber Millie posts a video called Fashion Week Meme. This is currently—
Wait a minute, there's another one? How? Seriously, how come I've never seen these YouTubers and I've seen people with far less? How? How on earth is the Gacha Life algorithm kind of rigged so new people can't find them? Seriously, I've like the year and a half I watched Gacha Life, specifically FNAF Gacha Life, but I did also sort of went into other directions with Gacha Life, everyone. Which is probably something I should have told you like at the beginning of the episode. I'm sorry about that. I was in that weird phase where I was like, should I go back or should I just stay with normal Gacha Life? In that entire area, I have not heard of either of those two YouTubers who are probably the most popular Gacha Life YouTubers of all time. Seriously, how on earth have I never heard of these people? I need answers. I need answers now. Give me more pictures of these YouTubers. And I now just took away one of my jokes for a new possible short video. Damn it.
Sitting as one of the most viewed Gacha videos, and it definitely deserves it. The animation is something that really blew the community away, and it was a very big step in animation, which, like the voice-acted series, is a much-needed step in the community. June 29th, 2020. After this game being countlessly teased and hyped up for a long time, the new game Gacha Club finally came out. People in the community were pretty much going insane, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that Gacha Club is so much better. There were so many more colors, customizable options, and everything was just way more detailed. People can make extremely smooth animations just from using the app itself, and without having to do any extensive editing. Honestly, just from my experience, I was super happy when Gachaverse, Gacha Life, and all the other games came out, but Gacha Club is definitely my favorite and still is. Anyways, things seem to be going really well again. Even after the community took a really big hit, the events that were happening were really good.
So, oh wait, what? Oh wait a minute. There's still 40. There's still like 3 minutes I have to watch. I'm gonna give like my final verdict when this video is over.
Was definitely being destroyed, despite all these good things happening. And even though later in the timeline things got better, the Gacha community was left with this reputation, and I don't think it'll ever be repaired. September 13th, 2020. On this day, a well-known YouTuber named Lily Trescott MSP hit 1 million.
There's a third? How have I not seen any of these three?
1 million subscribers in the Gacha community. They're mostly known for their mini-movies, such as Why Her Not Me, A Human in an All-Alpha School, I Hate You Brother, and a lot more videos, including a lot more alpha videos. Although Lily's videos are more classic mini-movies that you usually see as trends, they usually got a lot of views, and I mean like millions of views, which is a lot. And although Lily was the first to hit 1 million subscribers, 2 other YouTubers would soon hit 1 million subscribers not too long after. October 24th, 2020. Not too long after Lily hit 1 million subscribers, Millie would as well. On October 24th of 2020, Millie got 1 million subscribers. I already mentioned her earlier, but
yeah, you did.
Known for her animation memes. They're honestly very impressive, and this is just proof that the community was growing even more. November 28th, 2020. Our second to last stop on the timeline. As of November 28th, the popular YouTuber Not Zoe posts a video complaining about trends in the community. And this honestly had a big impact on how people...
Oh yeah, everyone, fun fact everyone, that video was actually supposed to be the original video for this video. But I realized I was only like 5 minutes long and I wanted something longer. So I stick to this. Honestly, I really, really prefer this one over that one. It ain't really good for like for talking about Gacha life. In fact, this one really ain't the best either. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a part 2 of this video. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more things I want to talk about. But I don't, but there are a lot more but there are like a lot more of my style. Like normally, like I'm a big comedian, so I'm pretty sure I can do like a comedy sketch of all the things I want to talk about in like a part 2. A part 2 that's like a lot less serious. Like, when have you ever heard of that before? Oh, let's finish this.
View these trends nowadays. Of course, it didn't get rid of these trends by any means, but it caused a lot of people to try and change their mindset on the topic and try to stop the trends. But I'm not kidding when I said that this video literally didn't do anything. These types of videos are still being pumped out very often, but if you weren't a part of the sub-community that likes this kind of content, you usually didn't respect this content or like it at all. December 15th, 2020. And now for our last stop on the timeline. The YouTuber Rosie Closey, you know, the one that created the Music Freaks, hit 1 million subscribers on December 15th. This marks the third and final YouTuber as of now to hit 1 million, and honestly, it was something that was being anticipated for a while. So when it happened, everyone was really happy and excited overall. And that's all. That is my video on the entire timeline of the Gacha community. This video took a bit to make, and I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't a challenge, but it was also really fun to make. And by the way, thank you if you made it this far. Hopefully this video did something helpful in some way.
And it did, everyone. So here's my personal opinion on Gacha Life itself. It's non-existent, in my opinion. The Gacha Life series itself is non-existent. But what about the Gacha Life community? The Gacha Life community is a mixed bag. There are really good YouTubers like a bunch of the YouTubers that she talked about. There were really bad YouTubers like the one I said that you can go and hate on for pretty much starting the Gacha Life cringe era of Gacha Life, which for now it seems like they are starting to clean up their scars and they're finally starting to heal up from that. For the inevitable one and the eventual third one that will happen. Let's be honest, everyone, it's inevitable at that point. But also, everyone, there are YouTubers I really love, YouTubers I really hate, YouTubers I have no mixed opinions on, and then there are the trenders, which normally suck. Some of them are okay-ish. My pure opinion on Gacha Life itself, like as a game series, not like as their community, is that it's non-existent because it's not a game without the community. It's nothing without the community. So really, what I could say about the community and the games are the same. They're a mixed bag. However, I want to shed light on the people who were pretty much getting away with some bad stuff that YouTube, was not allowing on there. Like again, everyone, YouTube not doing anything about an actually serious situation about a community that brought in a bunch of new people, and YouTube did practically nothing. That's again. Also, the Gacha Life community can also be now used as like a way for a certain someone, wink wink, aka one of Mario's catchphrases, wink wink, wink, to use against YouTube for not doing anything about that and forcing the community themselves to do it alone. So, in the end, this is just the community is a really mixed bag. However, I personally personally hate them, like the majority of them. And that's not because their quality is bad, but their quality is just bland. I would rather watch a horrible channel than a boring channel, because at least that horrible channel will be cringy and be something. But most Gacha life at this point has pretty much turned into the same thing, and it's hurting, and it's not helping out the rest of the community that is trying to move on and trying to do better and new things. So, what does that mean for Gacha life in the future? Well, in the end, they're gonna die, but they're gonna die as one of the weirdest communities of all time. And really, I guess that's all I can really say. It's a really weird community with a bunch of really good people and a bunch of really bad people. It's like chef salads. They just mix stuff together. They had seasons and salsas and salsas and ketchup packets and the vinegar of conflict. And that's the Gacha Life community in a nutshell. In the end of the day, the earliest games of the franchise pretty much predicted what the Gacha Life community was forced to do: fight the corruption and stop the downfall of their games. Which is weird how they actually predicted that. So I hope I don't get destroyed by like half the community because of making this video. So please don't. Like, really don't. And I'll see you all next time. This is the minute episode of the YouTube Buster. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have to say something about is this community slaughtered or saved? Well, okay, you know what? Fine, fuck it. Non-guilty. Can I leave now? Am I free from my prison? Wait a minute. Wait, the door was unlocked the entire time. I didn't have to make this video. Fuck. Well, see you all next time, everyone.